Hi, so I'm not dead. So we're just gonna dance around the fact that I've been missing for like a year, and whatever I do post is some like stupid video that I made months ago, but then I have to put something on my channel, so that's what y'all get. I apologize, but hi. I'm here to speak words now that nobody cares about. I sound a little bit gross. I sound worse than I normally do because I'm full of like slime. My allergies are kicking my ass right now, so if I sound like a nerd, then that's why. So anyways, video games, right? People love those things. There's some form of entertainment, and some people dedicate their career to video games. I myself like video games, as obvious on my channel before I died for a year. I say that I love video games, but love is a strong word. I don't want to throw that around. I like video games because then there's moments where I realize that I hate playing most of my favorite video games. This realization occurred to me whenever I recently bought a PlayStation 2 Slim back in November because, like any responsible adult who has money, I blew it on stuff that I don't need because nostalgia. That's it, nostalgia. So, because of nostalgia, I also bought some PlayStation 2 games that I absolutely tore up as a kid. Like, I love them, and I still love them. They have a special place in my heart. Because nostalgia. Now, obviously, nostalgia isn't the only thing that makes these old games good. If they weren't genuinely good games, then they obviously wouldn't have been so memorable to myself and other people growing up. However, nostalgia did kind of blind me when making this purchase, because I think I bought Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy, Ratchet & Clank, Sly Cooper, Ratchet & Clank 2, etc. Just anything that I had in the past that I either lost or got scratched up and I couldn't play anymore, I rebought as an adult and played. But what I discovered was, oh wow, this is so fun! I missed this game, oh, it's all coming back to me. That lasted maybe a few minutes, and then I immediately went to, wow, yeah, this isn't fun. It's tedious. I'm not good at video games. No, I'm kind of shit. I've been playing video games since, I could wrap my little baby hands around a controller and play Parappa the Rapper, which I also couldn't beat, and it was the demo disc. It wasn't even the full game. So really, it might not be the games that are not that fun to play. It might just be me. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. But at the same time, I also have heard people say the same thing, like, oh yeah, I love that game, but I kinda hate playing it. And you're also probably thinking, well, the games that you listed are platformer games, Anna. Those are baby games, little baby games. Like, how could they be hard, and how could they not be fun to play? Of course they're fun to play, but I also got more than just platformers. I'm just a slut for platformers, so of course that's more of the genre that I'm going to play. But also, if you're gonna sit there and tell me that Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, and Jak 3 aren't hard as shit, then go. Leave. Leave right now. Don't even continue watching, you're free to go. Okay? Because you're wrong. Those games, I haven't even bought Jak 2 yet. I'm not strong enough to play Jak 2 and Jak 3 again. I'm gonna be honest. It's hard enough that my dumbass is going back to Resident Evil 4. Do you know how many times I've played that game? And I jump into it, and I enjoy the game for maybe 5 minutes, and then it immediately goes downhill from there. Almost every moment in the game, I'm sitting there like, oh my god, I hate this part. Oh, I don't want to do this. This is the worst part. This is terrible. This is the worst part in the game. This game is bullshit. That's broken. And I'm still here. I still love Resident Evil 4. It's also the game that kind of made me want to make this video. So really, if you want to give any thanks or any reason as to why I'm here right now, after a whole whopping year, then go give a big ol' handshake to Resident Evil 4. That piece of shit masterpiece. Mwah, I love it. But I hate it. Another case that I've had to unfortunately go through would have to be Dark Cloud, which for some reason not many people really know about. I think I've only had a few conversations with people about Dark Cloud and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that game, that shit was my childhood. And I don't think I've also had that conversation and then heard them say they beat it. There was something 3 times more challenging about Dark Cloud than any other game that I've played, and it's a pretty much harmless RPG game. I think it's considered an RPG, but it's also very frustrating more than it is fun. Let's turn back the clock to whenever I was about 9 years old and I was playing this game by myself for the first time, and I couldn't get past the final boss in the first level of the game, which is in Maroon Village. I spent 76 hours, probably more, on this boss, and I still didn't get anywhere. I didn't beat the boss until maybe 3 years ago, I want to say. And even then, I still haven't beat the game. I am currently still in Queens, in the shipwreck area, on the boss, and it's deja vu. I started getting violent flashbacks to poor 9-year-old Anna, so I think I put down my controller on the boss level in Queens, and I was like, you know what, I've seen enough, I get the gist of the game. I've sunk countless hours in here to say, oh, I've played the game, just haven't beat it. And if somebody watching this is sitting here saying, puh, that game? That's for babies, man. I beat that in like 2 hours. I can speedrun that shit. I beat it forever. I beat it when I was 2 years old, man. Maybe not even that. Then by all means, I give you full bragging rights in the comments right now. I don't care, because if you are able to go through that whole game without losing your mind over your weapon breaking constantly and not having enough repair powder, no repair powder, or anywhere to get repair powder at that time, going through a dungeon or forest that automatically switches your companions to that player only and you can't switch them out, and you're like, okay, but this companion is literally the worst. How am I supposed to get through this level with this bullshit character? And also worrying about feeding and watering your characters, because for some reason, they're always hungry and thirsty. So you run out of water and food really quick. Also, it seems like every step you take, you get poisoned by some kind of enemy. But that's also based on skill. Like I said before, I'm really shit at video games, so that one might kind of be on me. And pretty much everything else in that game, then please, you can brag for once in the comments. I don't care. You clearly deserved it if you beat this game with no sweat, or just beat the game in general. So, this video kind of turned into a Dark Cloud rant. I didn't intend for that to happen, but, I didn't even get to talk about other games that I love but hate playing. So, I guess I'll do, like, a quick little mention. Dino Crisis is one of them. I love that game, and I watched my mom beat that game hundreds of times. Like, she got all the outfits. She could speedrun that shit before speedrunning was even a thing. Yet, I take my hat off to her, because whenever I play that game myself, I just wonder how she did it. Because it sure would be nice to kinda save ammo and dodge around raptors without them tail whipping me and jumping on my ass, and you can't really do anything about it. So, yeah, Ratchet & Clank is one of my favorite game series of all time. But you see, Ratchet & Clank has this formula where the games are good, but there's always hover bike races, which I can't stand. Because the game can get difficult at times, but it's bad enough that you're forcing me to do a hover bike race, damn well knowing that I suck at racing games in general. So you can't even get 3rd or 2nd place and be like, okay, well that's good enough, you tried, here's a reward, and you can move on. No, you have to get 1st place in these damn things to continue throughout the game. Don't even get me started on the levels where sometimes between transferring to planets, you have to have like a shootout with other ships. And they'll just come up behind you and shoot your ass constantly, and you can't respond quick enough because you have poo brain. Once again, this is all based on my fault because I'm shit at games. I'm sorry if this isn't relatable to a lot of y'all, but oh my god, I'm struggling. I love these games so much, but damn, son, it would really be nice if I could play a game without getting shot in every single direction. Sometimes coming from places you didn't even think they could shoot from, but they are, and it gets really annoying after a while. and you just kind of have to take a break before you break something. Now, I'm going to mention a game where I don't bitch about the tedious gameplay, but more so because I'm terrified of this game. I hate playing it because of the fear that it gives me. I've played Amnesia, the Machine for Pigs, I've played Penumbra, I've played Resident Evil games, Until Dawn, I've even played that shitty Grudge game for the Wii, which I was forced to play, but that scared the shit out of me and I'll never play it again. However, Fatal Frame, I don't know what it did different, but I just can't bring myself to play this game, at least by myself. Hell, even with friends, I am still a little bit reluctant to play. Every single thing about this game is genuinely horrifying. Even the soundtrack, it doesn't slap, it's not beautiful, it's ominous and menacing, and I love it. I love it when games and movies do horror right. However, whenever it comes to a horror game, you're actually in that position, and it just makes it even more scary than you would be while watching a movie or cursed images at 3 a.m. with Minecraft cave music playing in the background. I have never progressed in that game past the moment where you first encounter the broken neck ghost. I don't know why that of everything in that game to that point, why that scared me the most, but I absolutely cannot play this game because it's so damn scary. But I also really like this game, and I wish that I could grow the balls someday and beat it. So, maybe someday. There's a lot more games that I do enjoy, but I get to a certain point where I'm like, oh, this part again? I can't stand this part. This game is so stupid. I hate it. But then I always come back to it. At the end of the day, I'm not bitching about games having difficulty or anything. I do like challenging games. That's the whole point of it. You feel accomplished whenever you get through something really difficult in a game, because in real life you probably can't. But there are a lot of cases where a game is just not fun at all to play, and it is just really frustrating. Like, from start to finish, it is not enjoyable whatsoever. A lot of people might disagree, or a lot of people might understand where I'm coming from. Either way, these are my opinions, and if you have, like, a story about games that you enjoy but you just hate playing through, then let me know down in the comments, or if you want to tell me how much I suck at games and I just need to get good, as you youngsters say, then yeah, you can do that too. And also, bragging rights to those who beat Dark Cloud is also allowed. So I hope that this video will suffice, and I can go back to hiding from YouTube for another year and just keep posting bullshit short clips that I made in Windows Movie Maker in like 5 minutes. I know how much y'all like that. But seriously, I hope that I do make a few more videos this year. I'm not going to be as consistent as I used to be, but I do hope to be a little bit more active and actually make some decent content. Well, maybe not decent. I've never made decent content, just videos, I suppose. So, with that all being said, it's been a while since I said this. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.
Don't you look away, just try to stay as long as you can. Yeah, just hold my